beyond the sacrifices that you've made to give your time, your energy. It's much beyond that. Thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate everything that you do, all that you do. May God continue to bless you.
Amen.
Well, Michael, I just wanted to bring out a brief analogy because I noticed that in the comments and some of the callers that are called in, they actually made references to Obi being part of the establishment, which is true, which is factual. But I want us to understand one thing, and I'll pick a story, or I'll pick two people from the Bible to just cite examples. The first person is Joseph. Michael, I'm sure you are conversant with Bible stories because so. Now, the first person is Joseph. Now, Joseph's story, if you remember, for those who read the Bible, Joseph was brought into the system. Joseph became part of the establishment.
Was he not even to save his people into the establishment?
Exactly.
Like
God had to make him.
Go on.
Exactly. God had to make him part of the establishment for him to be able to save his people. I'm not an obedient. I want people to get this. I'm a Yoruba nation. Exactly. I want Yoruba nation, but I just want people to understand where Obi is coming from and how plain Sowore is. Now, Obi is like a Joseph. He is part of the establishment. That is the fact. Nobody can deny it. But it doesn't mean that God cannot use, or someone from the establishment cannot bring down that same establishment.
Like Moses that was raised in the house of
Another example is Moses.
Oh, I beat you to that. Sorry.
Another example is Moses. Moses was, some of us, well, if you read our Bible, Moses was made an Egyptian prince, not because God could not find other means of freeing his people, but he had to become a member of the establishment also. So Obi being a member of the establishment does not mean that he cannot bring down the establishment.
From another angle,
it also be free to bring down the establishment. Let us not forget, the INEC chairman remains Yakubu. The judges, their salaries were increased by, I think, 800%.
That's right.
The Supreme Court judges.
Yes, that's right.
Then there's this guy, I forgot, he's one of these reading pastors. I think they promoted him to the ICT department of INEC. Now, I'm trying to remember his name. I can't remember his name clearly. So let us all remember that Tinubu has already laid the groundwork for 2027.
And it's already
It's already concluded. I'm talking to the obedience now. But like someone said, I think one of the callers said, or I think I read it in the comment section, that we actually need something to spark the revolution. So we don't need to fight.
Yes.
We don't need to argue.
No.
Everybody is still going on a call.
Abi?
One road does not lead to the market.
That's right.
We might be on route A, they are on route B, but we will all end up at the market.
I mean, that's the way we would love to see all of them, operate, right? Remember what it took me to convince a lot of you, the Biafrans here, the Yoruba Oduduwa nation advocates here, to make you say not to latch at the obedience. Because they want election, we don't want election. No. Do you know how much effort I have to put to that here? To make all of you see that they want to do election. We know they will read them. Let them go and do it. It's just a matter of time. Very soon they will come back here from that election. Okay. Yeah. Do you know how long it took to convince some of you to stop even trolling them? I worked out on that because not because I agree with them, but it is all because I know we will need ourselves. Something is going to spark it and we're going to have to need ourselves. But if you have people who have so much influence, Sowore has far influence than me.
Like a comment,
right?
like a comment you made earlier, Maego.
You get an
like a comment you made earlier, Maego.
Yeah.
Imagine that 6 million added to what? 6 million added to the Biafrans. 6 million added to the Yoruba Nation. 6 million added to the
revolutionaries of them.
Just imagine.
So this is my own kind of, you see, Paul, this is my own kind of like, okay, you, our own Sowore vintage. I always love to call him a vintage Sowore. Old wine, the older it is, the better it tastes, right? That's the way I see him. That's why I call him vintage, right? So now you, who has so much influence than people like me, and you are using that influence to tear apart things that could actually give us enough kind of like coalitions here and there, people with this and that, and then shake down this entire system, right? So it's
Paul. Yes, Maego, it is hard. It is hard, but I don't want us to be too hard on him.
I know.
Maego, let us be factual. I don't want us to be, no matter how. It's just like what I think, was it Elder Olaolu that spoke?
Right.
Maego Sowore is a man. Let us not forget, he is a man.
He is.
There are certain characteristics that a man would show when he pushed to the brink. So that is just showing the characteristics of a man at that particular point.
So we can indulge him, right?
So I don't want us to be too hard on him.
The guys that put him in jail, nearly kill him, and the rest of
I don't want us to be too.
Sorry.
Obi and Showore's issue, just like the issue of Moses and Korah. You understand? There will be a point where you feel cheated. You will feel let down. That how can people be supporting this guy? So I don't want us to be too hard on. Yes, his comments are wrong. His comments will incite us to abandon him.
He's emboldened the Ecuadorians. He's emboldened these Articulutas, all this bunch of losers, right? His stuff is actually emboldened them, and it is so horrible to see. It's so horrible.
I hope he grows. I hope he grows to have the understanding of what he's doing at the moment.
Well,
because even since the campaign, we have been seeing a lot of things about it.
In that regard, don't waste your hope. Paul, you're my pal, right? I will advise you to not waste your hope. Okay, Sowore is a lost cause, all right? But you will continue to kind of be fair enough to just say, well, that's who he is. But I'll take another one.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael.
And
thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah. Thank you.
I have another caller on the line, and if you are still here with me, please take a moment, okay? Like the broadcast, like the African Wahala said, the more you like the broadcast, the possibility of more people seeing it, and that is a plus, isn't it? I have a caller. Hello there.
Yes, I greet you, General.
I greet you too, my brother. How are you?
I'm okay, and yours?
Well, very well. I'm still here.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thank you. Keep on.
I will.
You never disappoint us. Right from beginning.
Thank God.
I'm very happy that you are growing for the business. Because when you start this activist, you see there is something in activists. Activists don't move into politics.
No.
Especially in that Nigeria. A really activist that he can't involve yourself in politics. No. He can plan coup. He can plan coup. He can come to the revolution of the country with other people. Activist is not a leader. He's not a leader. If the activist cannot make a good leadership, let me tell you the truth. He can't make a good leadership. It's just like you. That guy you are moving with, there is one point again that he used to do combined program with him. Maybe is that guy moved you into politics that time. I was calling you, so what are you going to do in Nigeria about politics? There is nothing. He can't get anything. That guy was moving you for his own selfish interest. That guy, he wants to involve himself. I know those kind of people. He was taking this year platform. He wants to move you into politics, not to win, to go and grab money.
Like that, yes,
he wants to go and grab money for the people that are up. He wants to use you and go and grab money. If you want that, I used to call you. I will tell you, say, forget about Nigeria politics. Forget this thing. That's nobody. Nobody can fix that country.
No.
Nobody.
No.
It just wants that country are not one. No. The country are not one. We have different cultures, have different things. The way we reason, religions, everything is different. If you watch that country, the Europeans, which is British, they just put us together as a business. It's benefit them until today.
Yes.
Them are benefit. They are using our people, our elite, few elite. That elite is not more than 1 million in Nigeria. Elite are few.
You can only be up to 1 million if you add their family members.
Yes. They know this. The elite are using them and taking their things. Yes, they use the elite, taking our resources. Everything concerned. You just like this first lady. This first lady now. Just watch that woman's statement. He said that they have all resources, but the Western world are taking these things, millions of dollars, giving them $10,000. $10,000. When they take millions of their resources, dollars, they are giving them a little money. So few people in that power take that money, taking care of themselves. Where the masses are dying. It's an activist, not by leader, not to go. He got involved himself in politics. He don't need. Even Nigeria himself, the good people will not vote him. An activist, nobody will vote you. When it comes 2019, how many votes you get? Let's call. If Nigeria needs fair and free election, Sowore can never win Nigeria election. It's an activist.
No.
The way he don't know how to cooperate with the people, the way he talk, the activists don't look people face, but the politicians look people face.
They do.
This is different with activists and the politician. The activists, any place in the world, not a good activist, a radical activist.
Applying the states and all of that. You need to put up your act. The rest of that. I can't do that. Somebody would love to speak my mind, okay? And for somebody who loves to speak his mind, you can't be a politician that way. You have to be one. But an activist can actually work in government. For example, an activist, for example, now can help bring about a government. And radically, right, if you have other skills, it can radically impact that government without having to be the president of a country. But
that's how the activists work. That's why I really love Nnamdi Kanu. He never involved himself. He knows about this. Many people are calling him.
Never involved. You see,
people are so much. It's a man of policy. Before he moves something, he has to know where he wants to involve himself.
See,
they have lived in Nigeria.
They ask Nnamdi Kanu, right? They ask him this. Nnamdi Kanu, you are wasting an opportunity. Look at these millions of people. That if you say all of them should sit down, they will sit. If you say stand up, they will stand. Why don't you just turn them to politics and use and take over power in the eastern Nigeria? Nnamdi Kanu said, under what system? This Nigeria system? The day I go into that politics is the day all these things will blow over. It will be over. And he said the only thing that will make me engage Nigeria in anything politics is when they give me referendum and I go out there to campaign. He said anything like that, I won't. Because a lot of people saw the IPOB as massive. Local, I mean, you see, in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, they said Nnamdi Kanu could become the most powerful person.
Yeah, but they don't understand the politics. Nnamdi Kanu have already understand this thing.
He rejected it.
He already understand this level. This is the way they want to tarnish the image.
He knows.
They want to bring him and tarnish the image. That's where Nigeria work.
That's how
these criminals. Yes, you see, this man you are talking, the professor,
which one?
White hair. Sowore said, you see the problem of that man. That man is activist too. But I know he's an activist when he was young. But I know the way now. He's getting old. He's looking at everything. He mingled himself with these criminals, politicians. They have corrupt in mind. He's very selfish now. That man,
he's now
a selfish man.
He's now an activist that sort of attack those who he considered as opposition to the government he likes. So like we said, right? You attack people you don't like, and you leave those who are actually ruining the country to continue. Which kind of leader would you call yourself?
For your own benefit. He's a criminal too. They have involved. When he was young, that young blood, he was a good activist. But along the way now, he have mingled with these people. These people have corrupted the mind, which is the way we used to see in Nigeria. If you cannot bring them, they join them. That's what he have joined them. That if she will not go there, this is the thing. They will corrupt him. He will join them. And good activists don't make a good leader. He can't be a politician. I'm telling you the truth. A good activist, if you watch them don't reach, them live average life, satisfied with themselves, stand for their truth, have their dignity until they die.
And you are contented this is what they live their life. You have. Exactly. You are just like that, and you will be known as somebody that doesn't compromise.
I don't want a good fighter.
Somebody like me, I don't want any political whatever at all, because I am somebody that would love to speak his mind, and I can have the job in the morning. If they give me any political appointment, I can lose it before 12 in the afternoon. Somebody like me. Especially when I know that if you are I can go back to my Glasgow. So why would I even want to leave my Glasgow and come to that place for anything like that when I can't speak my mind? So there is actually a role that to play, you know?
Yes. Yes. We have to be sincere and telling ourselves the truth. You see, Obi is a politician. I don't support him even when from beginning. I don't like Obi because I know Obi to go India. Obi spoil a lot of things. Nigeria need to revolution the youth. If that youth understand, put this all their info together to fight. Where I was waiting Obi, when I suggest the number 2 chance I give him, I said, okay, maybe if they rig this election, maybe they can enter street. But along the way, they're talking about God. That's me. I say, oh, this fuck up.
If everybody enters street, his own business will suffer too. See,
yes, that's where I cry.
I do not.
That's where I cry. I was thinking this is 2 things I put to be. I said, okay, maybe these young boys, if they try, they could be maybe they can enter street. That's where I was happy until I hear, let's go to God. I laugh. Which God are you going? Who is the God?
Anyway,
who is the God? Is it not the government?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my brother. Keep on your good work.
Take another one.
Yeah.
Quality evening tonight. You see, me, I told all of you here. I said, I am just like an umpire who is looking at everybody playing out how smart they are one after the other. I said, I do not believe any jack shit that Obi says. And I explained then, I said, the reason is this. Number one, anybody that wants to fix Nigeria must have the mindset of at least, not only that you will get rid of the rogues who are the criminals in the system. You see, those ones who have benefited from it, you need to round them up and then make them answer to their sins. They cannot be forgiven. You have to be somebody who is ready to actually really jail them and destroy, get everything they have taken from the people from them. You must be like that. And Obi is not like that. Obi does not want to probe anybody. He said it. He said, I'm not here to come and be probing everybody. No, we need to make Nigeria work. We need to quickly get things done. That's what he said during the campaign. But do you know something where I kind of like about everything Obi has been telling all of you during the campaign and all of that? And I bet you that was exactly what sold him to Dele Farotimi and the Afeniferis. Obi practically told them, he said, you see, the restructuring of Nigeria that everybody is asking for, he would initiate that. And he explained how his understanding about discussion around this contraption as it is currently structured can never, ever work for anybody, any one of us from any part of Nigeria. So if somebody says, okay, yeah, we'll look into it. But I did, they asked him that question on several occasions and several places. And he did not mince his word. He kept explaining that, listen, what we'll do is that we will begin the consultation and the conversation around this union. And whatever we think is ideal, first thing first, people need to come together and decide if they still want to be part of it or not. And he kept saying that everywhere. He was the only person among all of them. Even as much as I didn't believe in their charade election, I was like, okay. But inside me, I know saying no go get the political will to actually do that. But he was the only person actually talking about the near broken, dilapidated state of Nigeria. And I was like, okay, well, if politicians say things that they want people to hear is a thing, but these guys know what he's saying. And I bet you that was why Dele Farotimi felt comfortable around him too. And they were closer to him. Being closer to him made them convinced that maybe, but I don't believe anything will be said. Not because he's not saying the truth, But it is because I know Nigeria is not Anambra. And I know the history of Nigeria. And I know what it is likely going to be like if Obi finally push these rogues. I was always, I was really up for it. Like, let's see what will happen. Let's see it. And that is why I came on my program here every now and then to try to make other people who don't believe in elections or who don't believe in this or that, even the obedient, and to make them understand the fact that these guys have chosen a cause, okay? They are standing for something. Now, whether we like it or not, what they are standing for is a threat to the establishment, okay? And that's a good thing. What is our gain if we shut them down? What is our gain if we troll them? What would we say it's our benefit if we if we work towards destroying them? Because that's exactly what this establishment wanted. I spent over a year here trying to make a lot of you understand this, and it worked. So, and in that same period, I was busy trying to make all of us understand why, even if you don't like the revolution now, you still have to respect them. There is a reason why you have to. I spent all that time here only to see supposed man who should be smart enough throwing everything outside the window. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to actually cut my coat according to my cloth now. Okay, not according to my size. But Cham will be our last caller tonight. Are you still there, Cham?
Yeah, I'm still here. Good evening.
Yes, you are. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Fantastic. So
I'm fine, thank you.
We only have just about 5-7 minutes to go. So let's.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I mean, like everyone is talking about Sowore, and I think I actually appreciate the stance that you're taking, and I feel like Sowore is young, he's intelligent, but I think he kind of I believe he misunderstood what he is meant to do, really. Okay. And I say this because you talked about Dele Farrow to me, and Dele Farrow to me is another person that I actually respect. I listen to his Sunday sermons. He's quite intelligent and he's quite on the button.